Hi guys, it's Miss Brooks here. I'm just going to record a few scenes and put together a few notes on how you could write about particular scenes linked to the topics that we've done in past weeks and also in the coming weeks. So the first scene I want to look at is one that's about the idea of secrets or a life having hidden parts. So it's only going to be about a minute of footage that I'm going to watch, and then I'm going to write some notes on it. So here it goes. So what you might first note is that like her mother, Sarah decides to keep the truth of her parentage a secret in a bid or in an effort to protect her father, Michael. Polly's life has been divided by the revelation of her mother's affair and the DNA test, which reveals that Harry Golkin is her father. And then you could talk about, there was the close-up on the DNA test, and you could also talk about what's going on in this scene, this idea that he looks happy and they want to keep him happy and naive of the truth because they're afraid of hurting his feelings. So kind of Polly might feel or felt as if her life had in some way been cleaved into the Golkins and the Pollys. She sought to know them. You know, they've got celebrating Passover, which she illustrates through the recreation of this celebration, because that is home movie footage that she has just created for the purpose of this text. I doubt they're actually filming it at the time because it's a religious event, this one. So this idea that life could continue smoothly with me in innocence. And that's Michael really kind of providing a distant narration of his own kind of ignorance of the truth about his daughter. Okay, so what you might do is you might talk about this scene as an example of the way in which we hide parts of our lives in order to protect the people we love, and what you could do is then draw a parallel with Diane's actions earlier in the film. Actions, well, maybe at the time of her pregnancy with Sarah. And you can talk about how we make these decisions out of fear for the ones we love sometimes and for ourselves. So I'm going to see if I can jump back and have a look at her lying or her only showing a part of her life, but let's have a look here. It's the bit where, oh yeah, it's around here. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding it, but it's the bit where Deidre says something like, that was only a part of my life. So I actually think I've got the quote on here. Deidre, as she talked, it felt totally confessional. I realised now it must have been only a part. So whilst people thought they were getting the truth, that is not always the case. And I don't know if I put a timestamp on that one. No, but if I find it, I'll add it to these slides so you can see that. And then we make a decision out of fear for the ones we love and kind of our desire to protect them. You can talk about how Diane refuses to leave Michael out of a desire, I think, to protect him and her children. And that's kind of a consequence of her first marriage. And you could go and look at that if you want. But you can talk about like the parallel between the two women and the idea that we have parts of our life and we like to keep these separate to protect people around us. Okay, I'll leave you with that one. I'll do another one.